After we insert the needles into each refill hole, we close the chamber doors, and we start our vacuum pump. What MIS PRO Deluxe does at the moment is, it removes the air in both chambers. Therefore, we can refill the ink without the existence of air. When the vacuum indicator shows 520 torr at least, we stop the vacuum pump and switch to refilling. This vacuum level is the minimum that is required for a successful refill. Please note that MIS PRO Deluxe can vacuum both chambers up to 640 torr, which equals to 850 millibar. The new and innovative touch and fill technology provides you a smoother refill in a more practical way. The only thing that we do is simply pressing the metal buttons. This ensures a smooth transfer of the ink to the sponges. In other words, without dealing with so many and not necessarily built valves or buttons, you can fill 10 cartridges with 10 simple clicks. It's that easy. After refilling finishes, we release the vacuum to open the chamber doors and take the cartridges out. During this process, there happens an air pressure caused by the incoming air through the chamber. This presses the ink and makes the sponge hold the ink inside the tiniest tissues. Then, we touch the print heads to the tissue to see the printing performance. As you can see, without any vacuuming from the print head, the ink comes smoothly, and, although we touch to the tissue continuously, there is no cutout in printing. Most importantly, we can retrieve all three colors without any compromises. This is actually a major problem in refills, and mostly users have to vacuum from the print head to pull the ink down through the nozzle plate, which doesn't work out. However, thanks to superior and advanced filling technique, MIS PRO Deluxe refills all black and color cartridges whilst providing hassle-free printouts. As the cartridges and the sponges get smaller in the market, making successful refills also gets harder. The underlying reason is the difficulty of removing existing air and refilling small amount of ink, such as 3 ml, to the sponges precisely. Furthermore, three-color retrieval equally also becomes harder with such small capacities. Due to the superiority of the filling technique in MIS PRO Deluxe, the ink is pressed into the tissues of the sponge and make it hold the ink successfully. So, post-refilling problems are eliminated before they take place. Again, after the vacuum is maintained, we switch to refilling and press 3 buttons in sequence to initiate refilling process. If there happens ink overflow on the refill holes, there is no need to worry about. Because, in this technique, we can fill the ink as much as a sponge can hold. The excess amount is taken out on its own, without causing any ink contamination. When faced with such a situation, the only thing that we need to do is to wipe off top of the cartridge with a dry tissue. In the end, we give another plus to MIS PRO Deluxe as it refills this color cartridge successfully. As you can see, as much as we touch the print head to the tissue, we can see all three colors delivered equally. In this section, we are going to refill one of the hardest and problematic cartridge in the market, HP49 color cartridge. This cartridge is very famous because of not retrieving yellow color after refilling. The underlying reason is the air existence in the sponge again. However, with MIS PRO Deluxe, we can simply refill and retrieve all three colors successfully. After we vacuum the air inside a chamber, we again switch to refilling process. As noted before, we simply press 3 buttons to initiate refilling. Finally, we release the vacuum inside a chamber. As the vacuum inside and outside of the chamber is balanced, the door is unlocked automatically. And we take our cartridge out and start our tissue test. Thanks to the superior filling technique of PRO Deluxe, the problematic HP49 has a superb printing performance. And we can retrieve all three colors without any cutouts. As we continue to our tissue test, our cartridge still delivers all three colors equally. And the result does not change. So, thumbs up to PRO Deluxe. In the last part, we would like to show you some common refill problems in refilling and how PRO Deluxe can help you solve them. With this regard, we will refill two black cartridges. One of them has a clocked print head. And, in order to stimulate the overflowing, the other cartridge has already some amount of ink. So, we will refill 19 ml, as if they were already prepared for refilling previously. After we start our vacuum pump, we wait for vacuum indicator to show 520 torr, at least to stop it. Then, we switch to refilling process and initiate it by pressing metal buttons. As expected before, we see the ink is overflowing in the second cartridge. However, while we are releasing the vacuum inside a chamber, we will also observe that, due to air pressure, some of the excess amount of ink will go back to the sponge, too. In the tissue test, we observe that, first cartridge fails due to the clocked print head. But, the second one has a superb performance, after wiping off the top of the cartridge with the tissue. Meanwhile, our first cartridge is still waiting for the solution. So, we will use the cleaning station of PRO Deluxe and try to unclog by vacuuming the print head. So, after this small vacuuming session, our first cartridge started to have a superb printing performance as well. Thank you very much for watching our video. For more information and inquiries, please contact us.